light source frequency that encompasses all. In its wholly divine living nature, wholeheartedly expressing itself fully. To reveal the true nature and frequencies of all of humankind and its living components. The nature frequencies exude such a divine, source code, enlightened world that just blissfully unfolds with this frequency of unfolding sources love. Do you see it? Do you feel it? Do you taste, smell, hear, and touch this supernatural frequency of love? Yes, my dear friends, this love presence is everywhere. And the unconditional agape love presence is, in fact, an unconditional love without any limitations. That just depicts this pure essence of light source frequency from our Creator source. Yes, you are composed of this unconditional divine love. So we can see that this love frequency was in fact what created our divine universe. Without its presence, nothing could have been created. And on the topic of self-love, you may ask, how do I express this sort of unconditional love presence within thyself? Well, the art unfolds truly from within. You see, self-love is fully encompassing and depicting this divine nature and pure love within you. Nurturing yourself when necessary. Just continuously showing this unfolding presence that resides within you. Without this sort of self-love expression, you truly would not be able to co-create and to remain harmonized within this world with yourself and others. So, we can see that the art of self-love starts from wholeheartedly not just expressing but embodying this divine source presence that resides within you. Let's go back to, yourself as a baby. All you exuded was pure love. You laughed, you cried, you may have made these funny noises, you sang, And when you started walking and talking, all you wanted to do was just maybe create something, play with something that just encompassed this love. You see? This love is truly the light code frequencies that you were born with in your DNA. And so the art of self-love is to truly recognize this presence that resides within you. Of course, when you have come down into this 3D dimensional realm, you have maybe encountered frequencies, that may be less depictions of love, maybe the fear frequency, the hate, the anger, just other frequencies that depletes your divine love essence. And so this incarnation is truly simply about fully just knowing thyself within and knowing that you have this unconditional love presence from source that is always within you. And so as we diversify this love expression, we could see this love expressions can be broken down into the joy nature. When you have self-love, you express that continuous joy nature, that bliss nature, that peaceful nature, that kind nature, that authentic, integral nature. You know, you just see that all of these love frequencies just encompasses you to want to be good and do good in the world. And so the art of self-love can be broken down into three components that represents source itself, the Holy Trinity, which can be the depiction of the Divine Mother, the Divine Father, and the Divine Inner Child. There are times in life when, you may not feel so loved by others, and you may not even feel so loved within yourself. Maybe because the circumstances around you is not what you truly want for yourself. But that doesn't mean that you cannot stay in this presence of self-love. You see, stepping into the divine feminine essence is truly going into that co-creative, nurturing spirit within yourself, tapping into the emotions and expressing yourself fully and saying, this is what I want to experience now. So whether it's just, pampering yourself when necessary, you could do that, co-creating something when you feel like, man, I don't really encompass this self-love frequency at this moment. The next thing you can do is to tap into your divine masculine nature. That's the action take, but it's also representation of, tapping fully into your mental body. That just fully tells you how can you go about expressing yourself in thought form and, conceptualizing the events that displays within and around you. You could go forth and, co-create something also in your divine masculine nature. The third part of it is where a lot of humanity has strayed away from when they have left this stage of their life. They have forgotten, even as adults, they can often tap into their inner child, playful mood that always seems to express some sort of unconditional love. Just wanting to be in divine harmony within yourself and with others. So do not forget, the art of self-love has to remain embodied within you, because this light code frequency is truly what you were born with. So continue to fully tap in and to know what truly the art of self-love means to each and every one of you. So see to it each and every day that regardless of the circumstances that around you, that you are in fact on a journey of self-discovery, of self-love. And when you know and truly embody this self-love, it will be reflected around you. Others will see it and feel it as well, and you as well may be able to receive it within others. Now, by that I do not mean that you accept any sort of abuse from others when others tend to take advantage of your true unconditional loving presence. If especially when you're a giver, it doesn't mean that you have to give somebody something in physical form, whether it's money, whether it's, food, whether it's some sort of gift exchange. But it could also be that you're just this nurturing, kind person that when somebody needs some sort of support, you're there for them. But then sometimes you could see that, does that person truly reflect that towards you? Now, it's no need to put down somebody else, but it's to just show that they may not be where, you are at the moment. And so sometimes people tend to take advantage of others who truly embody this depiction of self-love And they may just keep on, maybe it's a emotional or a mental, thing where they will just want to, you know, take that energy exchange from you because you know how to tap in, into your free components of your source presence, whether it's your inner child, your divine feminine, and your divine masculine. And so, each and every person was born to, you know, get closer and closer to this depiction of what self love truly means. It means that we constantly have to work on our masculine, our mental bodies, which is the closest body towards source, in the etheric realm. You know, it's in fact the number one frequency when you are able to have that fourth form. Source itself was incarnated in multiple versions through each of us to experience what true pure love is all about. And so that mental body, each and every thought that we have is an expression of our love. Now, the second body, the emotional body, expresses to us, the emotions that we also have about these thoughts and how we can tap in into our feminine nature. We often use this nature for co creation. The third, of course, is the inner child play mode that, embodies both of this. But we are in constant harmonization of this love. And the divine expression of self-love is not just how to learn to love yourself and truly nurture and express that self-love within, but to be able to flow that energy out into the universe, towards something, towards others. And please truly see to it that we have to learn to truly heal ourselves. By that I mean, there are many who are at a place in their life where, you know, they resort to, needing this sort of love, this sort of care, this sort of attention, and this sort of, validations from others, you know. But this true self discovery presence is all about finding it within you. And so we begin to see that throughout our ancient history, the co creative spirit will not be able to be born without fully tapping in and connecting deeply with those components of ourselves. What are your thoughts of yourself? How do you view not just yourself, others, and this world? How do you feel? Can you turn off on and turn off your emotions to reflect how you truly feel within yourself? So, the question now is that how is it that I'm going to continuously learn to truly learn the art of true self-love? It's a continuous process that we have to learn to just embody throughout this incarnation. So what I want to urge each and every one of you to know that you are love. You are this light code frequency that is part of co-creation itself. Without this love presence, you are just this non-loving, autonomous being here on earth that has no value or anything else. So continuously seek this self-love presence within you. Embody it. Reflect it within you and truly feel it and encompass it within you. Express it throughout yourself and know that you are learning to co-create in this new earth the depiction of your higher heart frequency. Now, I can truly state to you that within my incarnation, I've always sort of tapped in and known what self-love is all about, and, always striving to love myself a little bit greater. But what I can tell you in my own journey of, discovering this self love is after my own great awakening, you know, of knowing that there's just more to this world than this 3D dimension. And, there's this higher presence, there's this, you know, other dimensional frequencies that makes up this universe. You know, I have fully and truly learned that, wow, the love frequency is the greatest frequency of all. And that it is always something that we can expand on and learn more to grow. When you have this love frequency, it's not a selfish frequency in the sense that, okay, I'm considering me just loving my own self. But that love, this omnipresent love, is something that you want to reflect to others and you want to see it reflected back to you. You want to be that co creative spirit that just, fully it takes part in this universal presence of love, of just showing your divine nature and knowing that you are love and all is in fact love. So continue to discover this art of self-love wholeheartedly by treating yourself kindly, by thinking of yourself in this universal form and knowing that you are of the purest divine nature, but also reflecting it towards others and not forgetting to not tolerate any treatment of love-loving, non-loving frequencies towards you, but to continuously embody it and sort of like teach others through your own expression how to be and exude this love. And then, what you will find out is that you are partaking in this co-creative essence of this divine love. And as we continue to rebuild and rebirth this new earth, we will see that this higher heart, love, divine frequency will be so great that will be able to feel it everywhere, not just within ourselves, but throughout nature, the plants, the animals, the elementals of this universe, but most of all within each other. So let's continue to expand on this divine universal love presence by first learning the art of self love.